Nobody wants to feel vulnerable, but over the course of our lives, there is unfortunately little we can do to avoid it. The feeling of vulnerability, however, unpleasant as it may seem, can actually be associated with positivity. It may fascinate you to know that when it comes to business vulnerability, we're at a time when our customers actually want to know that about you. Confused? In this video, I will be showing you how admitting your struggles and vulnerability can help to build trust with your customers. And as we all know, a customer that trusts you is one that buys from you. Social media platforms have opened the doors for businesses like yours and mine to be a lot more transparent about our world. The more confident and innovative businesses have understood that a great place to be transparent is behind the scenes. Businesses are increasingly showing how they work, source products, build systems, and even deal with challenges, all of which are humanizing the enterprises in the consumer's eyes. For instance, on one of my TikTok binges, I saw a video by one of the accounts I follow, Kailalauli, I'll link below. Kayla sells dead stock vintage sunglasses online and has been building a solid customer base on TikTok for a good amount of time. In November, she posted this video.
I'm a small vintage dealer and I'm being forced out of business. I wish this were a joke. I went from having weeks like this to nothing. A few months ago, somebody made 83 exact duplicate copies of my website. They managed to get my Facebook pixel and ruin all the data on it. I was a verified merchant on Pinterest.
In her video, she explains how her website was being cyber attacked as a part of a deliberate campaign to put her out of business. She explained the problem and then asked for help from anyone who might be following. 2-3 weeks later, she posted this video.
Solved the problem. So because of you guys, I was able to connect with people who can actually do something about it. I got an IT person so they can make sure it doesn't happen again. I got all the clones taken down. So
people on TikTok had reached out to her and helped her deal with the issue and helped her fight off the attack. And then she thanks them and decides to ask for viewers to continue to support her and her renewed effort to build back the business. Bloody brilliant. I'll link her account below so you can check out some of her work. It's brilliant. This is a classic example of not only sharing behind the scenes of a business process, but its vulnerabilities. I'm sure you can see how the emotional connect as a viewer, witnessing her concern, and then the happy resolution of it will move so many to want to support her work. I mean, if I was in the whole vintage sunglasses vibe, there is no way I wasn't going to buy from her. Nonetheless, it's clear that by opening up, Kayla creates relatability, and this in turn creates a bond that turns an infrequent supporter into a loyal brand ambassador. I mean, look at me. I'm even talking about her in one of my videos. Saying that, I would still say there is an art to sharing vulnerability without coming across like a charity case. You know what I'm talking about when you're watching someone implode real time with stresses and pressures, and they're on social media oversharing and dramatizing every situation. Let's be honest, no one finds being a moaning metal a sexy look. I think a better word to describe the brand of vulnerability your business needs to start showing is relatability. Relatability is expertly defined by dictionary.com as being the quality of being able to easily form social or emotional connections using wit, humor, lightheartedness, genuineness, and relatability. This is what we want to be creating for all of our businesses. So going back to Kayla's example, even though it was a big thing she was going through, she came online and made a genuine human video sharing the business challenge she was facing. She didn't overplay her hand, she didn't weep or wail, she just told us, shit guys, I'm having an issue. I can't speak for anyone else, but after seeing her handle something so scary with so much courage and resourcefulness, it has made me sit up and take notice of her way more than I ever did before. If you want to consider how you can start being more relatable to your customers, this is my recommendation of what you should maybe look into. One of the key aspects of becoming a relatable business is illustrating the emotion. As a business owner with a story to tell, you are going to have to understand exactly what you want your viewer to feel so that they will absorb your message. Remember to keep your words easy to understand, yet descriptive, and at the forefront of your strategy so that your customers know exactly what you are getting at. Because remember, you are recounting moments of vulnerability. In my head, there is a 4-step process that needs to be followed. First, entice your customer. Your story should be striking, something that will draw in the customers. Then connect and relate. One thing that keeps your customers listening to your story is that they will be able to see themselves in you, and that causes them to stay and hear you out. Next, establish solutions. Of course, struggles will be pointless if you don't find a solution. So tell your customers what are the plans that you have come up with in order to end the struggle. This can inspire and motivate them. Finally, have a call to action. This is what you would like them to do to help you or the situation that you're trying to fix. For Kayla, it was suggesting support to help rebuild the business by following her account and buying from the business again. The next technique to show relatability in business is to show a sense of realism. You aren't perfect, despite the fact that you are in business, and it's fine to let your customers know this. This realism will forge a bond between a human being and another human being, as opposed to a faceless business and a faceless customer. It allows you to bond over the fact that you, as well as your customers, experience hardships, which will in turn build a foundation of trust. The next technique to show relatability in business is to wear your war wounds with pride. Being candid about where you got it wrong in the past and the journey you went on to correct it are war wounds that should be worn like badges. These are earned experiences that show your business's growth and maturity. Believe it or not, they are quite confidence-inducing. So if you have an urge to gloss over what you learned, don't be so quick. There's perhaps a narrative there worth sharing. The last piece of the pie when it comes to communicating business vulnerability is to explain why the journey mattered and how it became a vital part of your success. I believe that sharing your glory will never be complete without your customers knowing what you had to go through to get there. This creates a sense of realism, strong emotion, trust, and loyalty that will keep your customers attached to your product or business as a whole. Yes, vulnerability isn't a pleasant experience, but then again, everyone experiences this at some point. And deliberately showing this side of you enables relatability. Making a backstory with these elements will allow you to catch the attention of your potential customers who are driven to boredom by generic sales speak and artificial projections of perfection by your competitors. What's more valuable than the apparent success of any multinational company is the real life struggles behind it all. More than all the fame and riches that any high profile business person possesses, it is the rocky and perilous journey that led them to the top, which gives them the gravitas. We are lucky to be living in a moment when sharing our rocky and perilous journey is awarded, provided we can strike the right tone of relatability with our customers. Could you share with them a little more than you already do today? Are you ready to put away the filter that projects a perfection that the customer no longer needs? Until the next one, you've got this. Hi, my name's Priyanka. I hope you enjoyed that video. I know I enjoyed making it. Would you be a darling and subscribe? Thank you.